So it's up to you. If the name is a lengthy one, you can put a short text over here and you can put the long text over here. Now once you have taken these things over here as on the screen, now we need to go to the second tab. That is, the first tab over here is the type and description. The second tab is control data. So you need to click onto the control data. As I clicked onto the control data, you can see that the currency has been taken of its own. You don't need to do anything in that. The next thing you need to do is you need to select the line item display over here, and then you can go to your sort key. So the sort key is an optional part, but if you want, you can select it. So that is what I am selecting, 001. So this is what, nothing much has to be taken. You just need to select this line item display over here, which is a must. And then the sort key. And now moving up to the next tab, that is create bank interest. So in this you need to select the filled status group, and the filled status group will vary as per the different ledger account which you would be creating. So if you don't know which filled status group needs to be taken up, you can take G001. So this is what we need to take, and then we can go and we can save this screen. So once you go and save the screen option, it will ask you GL master display message. There is a yellow, that is a warning, and green means that it is okay. So you can go and you can click onto this continue, and you can see the data is saved. That means your ledger account is created. So now if you want, you can go back and you can have a look at this. So this is over here in the display mode now, as you can see. So once a ledger master is created, it will always be reflected to you in a display mode. If you want to go back, you can go back, and you can see over here that this was the GL which we have just created. That is a land account, and you can click onto this display over here and you will find the details now in the display form. Then there is a control option, that is to just look after the display part. And suppose in case you found that there is a need for certain changes, in that case, to make those needful changes at a later date, you can go back to this option over here as a change, very much next to the display. This is a change option, so you can click onto this change, and in that case you will find that the options have been opened up. So in that case you can go back and you can make the needful changes as required, and if you want, you can make the changes over here as well. Suppose, so I took the text category as a star, and then I have selected the post without text allowed. This refers to that all kind of texts will be allowed for this particular ledger account, whether it could be an input text or output text or whatever. And in case I doesn't take any text code, even then the posting without text will be allowed to me. So after that we can go back and we can save this screen. Continue. So that is what I have done, and now you can again see that the data has been saved, and over here the changes has been made. Even you can go back to your description and you can see that the changes has been made. So if you want to make changes, you can go to the second tab as change, and if you want to just have a display of the ledger account, you can go to this display option. So this is how we created the land account. Similarly, you can create more. So let's go back again and create something else. Suppose now I want to create a bank GL now. So for bank GL, I need to take the grouping from 1016602 to 990 in between that. So I would be taking the first one, that is 101660 for the bank. So for that I need to change the GL account number over here. So that will be 101660, and then I need to go to this new or create option over here, because this GL doesn't exist as of now for this particular company code. So to create the GL for the first time, I need to go to the create option. But mind it, first you need to put the GL number over here, and then you need to go to the create option. So once I move up to create, now you can see that the group has already been selected. However, in case it has not been selected, you can select of your own as well. So the one which you need to select is cash and bank. Then you need to select the bank balance sheet account. And now over here, if you want to have a cash account, you can mention the short text and the long text as cash account. And then we can move to the next tab, that is the control data. And in the control data part, you need to just select the line item display and then take the short text as 001. This is what you need to do in the second tab, that is the control data part. Now once we have done this, we can move to the next tab, and here you need to take the filled status group, that is G001. So once you have taken up this, now you can go and you can save this screen. So once you have pulled up or have filled up all the informations on the GL master data, you just move back and you can go back to save option. Mind it, these all the other options over here on the below part to you, like banking, financial details for the in the company code, house bank, account IDs, or interest indicators are used at an advanced level for treasuries and financial supply chain part and all those things. So that is not needed as a part of the SAP FI module as of now. So now we can go and we can save the option over here, and once we will be click onto the save, now you will find this pop-up screen, and you can go and continue this, or you can click onto the enter on the keyboard. So now you can see the data is saved and the GL has been created. So once this GL has been created, now suppose I want to see what are the GL which are already been created in the screen, because it may happen that I may get confused whether that particular GL exists or not. So in that case, you can go to this option over here in the F4 part, or you can F4 from the keyboard on the GL account, and you can find over here that as of now only 3 GL account exist in this screen in front of you. So the land account we have just created, cash account we have created, and the provision was created by me earlier. So these are the 3 accounts which has been already existing. Now if you want to create more of the account, you can again go back and you can create more of them. So suppose if I move to the next, like I need a revenue ledger now. So if you need to create a revenue ledger, whether you want a sales GL account or other income GL account, up to you. Like I want to create a sales ledger account. So I need to take the sales group number in between. So I need to take the number from in between these two from and to part only. I cannot take any other from the screen. So let's take the next one as 10000, and now I have taken this first number 3 is 5 times 0 from over here for sales, and now I will move to this create option, and now I need to select the group, that is sales. Then I need to select the profit and loss statement account, and then I need to select the sales account over here. So you can take the sales account, and now we can move to the next tab, that is control data. And within the control data, we need to select the line item display. Then we need to select the text category as a star. Then select the posting without text allowed, and the short text or short key, as 001. And now we have taken up the control data, where we have filled the text category, then we have selected the posting without text allowed, and we have selected the line item display. So line item display has to be ticked for all the ledger master. Mind it, you should not skip this. Sort key 001, and now we can move to the next, that is the filled status group over here. So if you go and have a look of the filled status group list from the F4 key, you will find a whole list of the filled status group over here on the screen. What we need to do over here now is we need to take the filled status group G029 for the revenue accounts. So that is what we will be taking up, G029. So for all the revenue ledger account, we need G029, that is the ledger master which will be creating with the number range as 3 will have filled status group as G029. And now we can move and we can save the screen, and once you save, you can see the data has been saved over here on the screen. So this is how you need to create your ledger master, and once you again go for F4 key on the screen, you will find a list of all the ledger masters created within the company code. Enter. So you can see now that land, cash, provision, and then sales account. So this is what GL account is all about. So this is how you will be creating your GL account, and also you will be changing your GL account. So we have covered the change as well, as already said, that if you want to make any changes, you can go to this change tab, and you can go to any of these tab and you can do the needful changes. And else, if you want only for the display perspective, you can go to this display and you can just only have a look of the display. You cannot make any changes to this. So this is about creating the GL master records for the company code 1200. Now moving up to the next is posting transactions. So the document posting GL document, the transaction code for the same is FB50, and the menu path is on the screen, but we'll be executing it with the help of the transaction code. So this particular transaction is used for posting the business transactions, and this is specific for ledger to ledger transfers like cash sales, cash purchases, or any kind of an expense payment or cash payment of expenses. So these different kind of a ledger to ledger transactions, the transaction FB50 can be used, and this particular transaction is known as an enjoy transaction because it has been created as a most simplest way out, so as it is a very user friendly for the users to use it in the live scenario. So if you go and check with the particular transaction FB50 on the screen, let's see, if I execute the transaction FB50 over here,